live at Villa Park on a night when the wide areas will certainly be key ones, Andy Hinchcliffe.
Yeah, want to focus on the supply lines for really dangerous attackers. As at Bramall Lane, El Ghazi will deliver early, and that means Tammy Abraham can get on the move and bully defenders. And Sheffield United's overlapping centre-halves have been really difficult to contain. Jack O'Connell will step forward to good effect. He's done it all season long. He'll be looking to deliver for the evergreen Billy Sharp.
Well, not quite an evergreen strip. They are one of the standout teams in the division this year, and they certainly will stand out tonight. Well, the fixture last season brought us a flurry of early goals. On a day when Aston Villa surrendered a 2-goal lead and only took a point, Sheffield United took all three when they met back on September the 1st. A very impressive victory at Bramall Lane, looking for their first league double since that aforementioned last league victory here in 1966. They have won subsequently in cup competition on this ground. First test of the night for Tyrone Mings. A new partnership with good balance, left footer there, Tyrone Mings. And Tommy Elphick very much back in favour after a long spell, very much out of it under the previous manager.
Yeah, it's an area that Villa desperately need to improve if they are to finish in the top 6 defensively. Got to be strong at Mings and Elphick. Can they do the job?
El Ghazi on the rampage, but he showed a little bit too much there to Jack O'Connell. That will be an interesting contest, going both ways actually tonight. Whether El Ghazi will take up a great deal of defensive duty that may well come his way.
Yeah, many teams are trying to pin in the overlapping Sheffield United centre-halves with the job of Kodja and El Ghazi to maybe do that as well. But when those centre-halves, Basham and O'Connell, break forward, are the two Villa wide players going to track them all the way back? We'll see.
The referee put a whistle to mouth but opted to play advantage. It's Fleck seeking out Gary Medine. A lot of changes in the striking department during the month of January for Sheffield United, but Medine is hassled off it. Chris Wilder unhappy with the challenge, but relieved perhaps that Tammy Abraham is offside.
Well, it looked like Tyrone Mings had done a pretty good job here, because the problem for Aston Villa, if this ball gets held round the corner, Medine to Baldock, Villa do have a problem because Taylor had stepped up the field. I'm not sure there actually is a foul in there. Medine is looking to maybe convince the referee by diving to the ground. Got to secure possession, hold off his man, and then lay the ball off.
Here's Medine. Gives them that presence. May be important defensively as well. Kodja.
Well, it's quite interesting how Aston Villa are operating in central midfield. Normally they just play with one holding player and two number 8s, two attacking players. They've done it in a few games recently against Reading. They play with two holding players. They're doing that again here with Horahan and Jedinak, so they're looking to protect their back four much more than they do when they play the other formation.
Well, there are a couple of reasons for that. Dean Smith pointing to a little vulnerability on the counter. And obviously they don't have Jack Grealish at the moment, so they would like to give a bit more attacking freedom to John McGinn. They don't have him on the pitch, but they have his support. Pay attention, Jack, come on.
It's good to see he's dressed up for the big game as well.
He's back out there on the training ground. So a free kick in a good area and a good deliverer of the ball over it in the superb Oliver Norwood. Mings to meet it. Hassling by Dowell to secure possession for the Blades. El Ghazi, that was an interesting choice. Here is Dowell. This is El Ghazi. Good pressure, but the reward is a Villa throw-in. It's been a strange old time. It's easy to point to the loss of Jack Grealish, but he's been just as concerned with the changing cast list defensively. Here's Baldock! Stinging the hands of Kalinic.
Well, it's a save that Kalinic should make. It's brilliant work from Billy Sharp, not just a goal scorer, appreciates that Baldock is in a great position. Kodja hasn't tracked him back. He's too close to the goalkeeper, never going to score with a shot that close to a decent keeper.
And he is certainly that, having featured in one game at last summer's World Cup finals for Croatia. Here's Ender Stevens on familiar territory, former Villa man. Fleck. Baldock. A lot of space, and that's interesting. Able to watch it safely over in the end, the goalkeeper.
Well, it comes off a Villa body, but you can see already Sheffield United looking to stretch the game, and when they get into wide areas, you know, it's touch and cross. They try to give their centre forward something to feed off. They don't dwell on the ball.
Came off Neil Taylor. Can he make his presence felt? Mila Jedinak, who was best spotted by the beard, dealing with him. Hutton underneath it. Might get the contact I certainly expected him to get.
Well, it's John Egan who's not far away from this. It's kind of like Villa are actually man-to-man marking. But look at the distance between the Villa defenders, the Sheffield United attackers. It's actually Egan who runs off the back of Tyrone Mings, and that distance between defender and attacker is so dangerous. Your man is getting a run on you. It's Alan Hutton, I think, who gets the final touch. It's so dangerous when you defend like that.
The warning light has gone on. Well, that'll be picked off by Baldock. Handball by Kodja. Advantage, well, referee not even signalling, but Kodja certainly handled it. Stevens, that was Elphick. Fleck, that was useful. Mings, though, on the end of it. Norwood. Well, Sheffield United beginning to really boss it. Fleck. A break from again. Jedinak. John Egan. And Jack O'Connell, two players Dean Smith knows very well from their time together at Brentford.
Oh, Sheffield United could be vulnerable to the counter-attack. It's so important to get those forward passes right. Jedinak looking to pick out Abraham there, just got it wrong, but they've got Kodja, the pace of Kodja, Abraham as well. And at times Sheffield United leave themselves short-handed at the back. They're so keen to commit bodies forward.
They may not succeed in pinning, they may succeed in pouncing. Nadine. Fleck. Kalinic deciding to leave it. Baldock. Oh, well, it will run for Dowell here. Good shot by Mings, but who's going to get there? Jedinak. Abraham. There's McGinn. A bit of relief that he can get up the pitch now.
There's a great piece of play from Kieran Dowell, who adjusted his feet to get that ball out in front of him, but Tyrone Mings did really well. He just stayed on his feet, he watched the ball, didn't commit himself, couldn't take a risk.
Now here's Baldock, away from Horahan, who's conceded a free kick here.
You see the problems at Sheffield United, the way that they play with Basham centre-half, remember, virtually on the right wing. That means Baldock, the wing-back, can drift infield into these types of pockets of space, and they're pushing and pulling Villa all over the shop.
A talented trio over this free kick here for Sheffield United. Fleck offering the left-footed option. Dowell well capable of offering more than just advice, but Norwood perhaps the man most likely. Although not on this occasion. And it's going to be Fleck. And Hutton beating Egan to it.
I think Villa will be pretty happy with that ball in. One-on-one Hutton against Egan. It's always a header that Hutton is going to win. More in favour there, the right footer whipping that ball into the space in between the Villa defenders and the keeper.
We've got the right footer here. One of the signings of the season, Oliver Norwood. Well, Medine coming in! Oh! And did it cross the line? Billy Sharp says it did, and more importantly, so does the referee. Well, he's at it again. Billy Sharp, 20 for the season in the Championship, and a deserved lead for Sheffield United.
Well, the Blades have dominated the opening 10 minutes. We gave him the big build-up before the game, but it's his anticipation, his appreciation of where the ball might end up. He's quite brilliant at it. You see how he just steps away from defenders there. The ball looks clearly over the line. It's the way when that ball goes to the far post. Sharp knows it's going to get knocked back across. They're not going to score from this first header. It's the way Sharp puts himself in a goal-scoring position. It's not by accident. It's brilliant awareness. And yet again, Billy Sharp scores.
Oh, the master predator at work. 21 in all competitions. And 99 for Sheffield United. Villa on the comeback trail. It's a road they know well this season. A goal that could well put Sheffield United in pole position. That's O'Connell.
That's very early in the game of Billy Sharp, now the Championship's top goal scorer. As we can see, the ball clearly over the line. He would have been disappointed, Billy Sharp, if he hadn't scored from that position. He'd done all the hard work, got himself into the danger zone. And Chris Wilder for a second wasn't sure, but his team have made a whirlwind start to the game, deservedly ahead. And this really backs up that early dominance from Sheffield United, why they deserve to be ahead.
Stevens. Mings. Now Basham driving forward. And rather crudely blocked off by Mili Jedinak. That will bring the first card in the day. And referee Tony Harrington.
Well, Aston Villa are getting completely overrun here. Absolutely dominating the game, Sheffield United. Their formation is working individually, everyone's playing well, and Villa have to dig in here, they have to stay in the game. We're only 14 minutes in. The way Sheffield United are playing, they could take the match away from them in the next 5-10 minutes.
Medine. Elphick. John Egan. close run recently. Sheffield United beaten at Swansea, but that in a game where they had some great first half opportunities, and there's still certainly two great first half opportunities to sharpen McGoldrick. Could have made it a very different story. Here's Hutton. El Ghazi. Horahan. Now here's Kodja. Just manipulate the ball so well, but Basham won the battle. Dowell, foul by Horahan. That's Ollie Norwood. Madine. Fleck. Madine. Elphick away. Kodja hoping to win his duel.
Well, Sheffield United really dominating the game in every single category. We knew that crosses were going to play an important part in the game. Both sides in the top five in terms of getting balls into the box. And just look at that for an away side. They've knocked the ball into the box so many times in the opening 15 minutes. It's causing Villa so many problems.
That was Abraham. Kodja. Baldock won the race. Kodja was appealing for something. Away by Basham. There's Elphick. He can't be happy with his lot. The way the game has started. The Villa side unable to impose themselves here on home turf. Ollie Norwood. Always sharp away.
Again, you look at Sharp's movement there. He's not getting tied up with Tommy Elphick. He's got 2 or 3 yards off him. He's quite brilliant at getting away from defenders, and as long as his teammates know he's looking to do that, he'll get in.
Well, he's perhaps in the autumn of his career now at 33, but very little has changed in terms of his productivity.
I'd say late summer.
When did you retire? 26, wasn't it? I certainly stopped playing then.
I retired in the spring.
Well, for the good weather, obviously. That was Madine. Alan Hutton playing in just about every role in the back four this season. Well, for much of Dean Smith's tenure, their only fit centre-back was playing for Hull, Tommy Elphick. James Chester playing through the pain for a good amount of time. Here's Mila Jedinak. Oh, can fall to the feet of Norwood. Baldock, Basham outside him. Certainly not uncommon. And that's Kalinic.
There's yet another ball into the box, and Conor Horahan, he's got to get closer to Basham, got to give him a problem. Far too easy for Basham to deliver.
Well, the responsibility has got to go somewhere for dealing with the still extraordinary overlapping centre-backs, and it's got to be one of your wide men or your holding midfielder, I suppose.
Well, at times it's whoever's closest. If a cross is going to be knocked into the box, and that's what we've seen from Sheffield United in the opening 20 minutes, you've got to get tighter.
But can Villa find an answer? This is Kodja. Taylor got a deflection. Fleck was there. Away by Basher. Madine. I have a feeling he thought there was a nudge there from Gary Madine. I don't know what gives me that idea.
There's been 3 or 4 challenges. And Madine's been involved in a fair few of them that Dean Smith not happy about at all.
It was Dowell who got a foot in there. It's sharp now for Madine. Stevens on the move. Here he is. Dowell's also breaking from midfield. Back to O'Connell. Norwood. O'Connell. Madine. Stevens. Here is Tyrone Mings. Kodja trying to get away, but Norwood won it. Norwood, Sharp leaving it. Well, Madine knew Elphick was there. Oh. Well, Abraham has stolen it. O'Connell saves the day.
Well, it's always going to be a risky challenge because O'Connell is left-footed. He actually tackles really with his wrong foot there. Doesn't trust his right foot, but he times it perfectly with his left.
Abraham got away from John Egan, and O'Connell was the only thing preventing him from running clear and, in all probability, putting Villa level.
It's a rare poor pass there from Ollie Norwood. He's popping up in so many different positions. Such an important player. A brilliant signing from Chris Wilder. Just keeps the team ticking over. And very rarely gives the ball away.
Friday, 8th of February, 7 minutes past 8 in the evening. We better record that for posterity. That's Yedina. O'Connell backpedaling. That's Norwood. Well, he knows what it's like at the sharp end of this division, Oliver Norwood. He's been, you'd have to say, unlucky at times to not be a regular in the various sides he's been involved with, Fulham and Brighton. It's a compliment to the others, not a reflection on him. Baldock is comfortably offside.
I remember we spoke to Ollie Norwood after Fulham had won that playoff final. He came on as a substitute and he was saying he just wants to get out and play. And it's getting out and playing and having the influence that he's having on Sheffield United's season has been immense.
Well, he's certainly very highly valued by Chris Wilder. I remember in that final for Fulham when he came on and there was the old 20-5 ball right at the end into the corner, which really eased the pressure in those final few seconds. It was looked like a hoof to some, but it was a moment of real intelligence, and that's what he also brings. Kodja has come over to the right here for Villa and El Ghazi on the left. Well, Elphick helping Madine on his way there. Well, he's certainly got the trust of Dean Smith, Tommy Elphick. It's intriguing how two different Villa managers who played in the same position have seen him. Dean Smith, a centre-half who feels Elphick has got the right stuff to play for Aston Villa.
That was very true of me as well. Glenn Huddle saw me as an England player. Howard Kendall saw me as a painter and decorator.
Well, we won't get into who was right. Here's McGinn.
We know who was right.
Here's Taylor. McGinn out here to Kodja. Tremendously well there, but Stevens' focus was laser-like.
Yeah, Villa's two wide players can have a huge effect on the game, but with Sheffield United playing with wing-backs, Baldock and Stevens can get really tight to El Ghazi and Kodjia and give them no room to get crosses in. We just saw that.
Dancing around, give him an option. Fleck, so lively there. He's got a free kick too. Uncle Robert scored here in the Premier League for Chelsea many years ago. Just to make everyone feel old, 27 years ago. Jedinak. Horan. Taylor. El Ghazi. Abraham. Horan wants it on his left foot. Kodjia. Is there more than promise here for Villa? Kodjia. Oh, and Horan may get there. Hutton floating it beyond El Ghazi, and Abraham well wide and in.
That's the best bit of football we've seen from Aston Villa in the opening 26 minutes. Both wide players involved, just a lack of quality at the end. Kieran Dowell just goes to sleep. That's a really poor touch. It's a very difficult chance for Tammy Abraham. We know how dangerous he can be in the air, but he doesn't see it till late.
Well, a powerhouse, but a man who needs the necessary supply to show it. That was Jedinak. El Ghazi again. Taylor. Only Abraham really to aim at, but sometimes that's enough. Egan away. Sharp is fouled. Frustrated is the word. Medine. Norwood. Baldock. Dowell. Norwood. John Egan, Dean Smith's skipper at Griffin Park. Stevens. Kodjia has swapped it. Horan going in. Medine going in as well. Jedinak trying to retrieve it. Dowell did. Mings. Well, for a moment it seemed he was lost there, but he got the decision anyway.
Well, it wasn't the prettiest, but really competitive championship football there.
It's that passage you play a win no beauty contest, but it does sum up the way, certainly, that Sheffield United tend to go about it, and that's not decrying Villa's competitive instincts. Words in your face certainly apply to Sheffield United more than almost any other side in the division, and that's not to say that they don't play some very attractive football either. They've been an absolute joy to watch. A remarkable rise at the helm of his boyhood club, Chris Wilde. He's come a long way from, as he said to David Craig earlier this week, to picking his team in the nightclub for Sunday League.
He doesn't look like a dancer, Chris Wilder, does he?
Well, let's just enjoy that image for a moment. That was Abraham. Morahan. Hutton outside him. Jedinak. Out to Kodja. Will it ask too much? Certainly does.
And just that lack of quality again from Aston Villa. They're going to have to be on the money here because Sheffield United are working them incredibly hard. When Villa have the ball, they've got to be more precise with their passes.
That was Medine who will get his free kick. And it is worth mentioning the black armbands today for a fellow Cardiff striker, Medine on loan from Cardiff City. And the crushing news that any lingering hope for Emiliano Sala has disappeared. Oh, well, that's away by Egan. Forward by Elphick. Abraham's not going to give this up, and that has certainly paid dividends for him. El Ghazi. Kodja coming in. Didn't quite get there, but he felt that part of the reason for that was Ender Stevens' attentions.
Well, the ball is always way above his head. I think he probably realises that when the ball is played. He's stepped inside. Ender Stevens here, but that is not a foul. The defender is just standing his ground. It's great defensive positioning from Stevens, actually. You see the way that Kodja falls, falling on his back. It's not a natural way to fall anyway. It's not a penalty.
But you have to say, when they got the ball out to him on this right-hand side on a couple of occasions, he's one of their best hopes, as you would expect. On towards Medine. That was Elphick. Hutton. On by Abraham. Now Kodja chases. But Egan was on the next page pretty quickly himself.
Yeah, it's so important John Egan reads the game, playing in that central position in the back three. The ball is played down the channels and O'Connell can't get there or Stevens can't get there. He has to get across.
We've never really played in a back three on a regular basis before coming to Sheffield United. He probably won't play in a back three quite like this regularly again. His role has even more importance than it normally would. Oh, that's loose. Fleck. Medine. Stevens. Oh, Medine was in there. Couldn't get there. This is Stevens. This is Horahan. One Irishman finding another.
Medine goes to ground there, maybe under a little bit of pressure, but there's no real reaction from the rest of the Sheffield United team at all to maybe getting a penalty for that. But it all started actually from Elphick poking a ball back into central midfield, gifting the ball to Sheffield United. Then the counter-attack is on. Once again they get it wide and Stevens puts another good ball into the box. There's a clever cross actually from Stevens, just dinks it, gives Medine something to attack. There's no foul in there. Elphick does absolutely nothing wrong.
Pulled up. Basham. Medine. Basham. Balled up. Oh, Horahan was in that area. Would have been inviting for anyone on rushing in a very in the very vivid Sheffield United shirts. This is Elphick for Aston Villa. Jedinak. It can be a difficult place for the home side to play when things aren't going well and the frustrations are becoming audible. Well, Hutton will get there. Taylor. He's able to deliver. Henderson getting fist to it. Hutton able to strike.
I'm not sure why Dean Henderson is actually punching that. Looks easy to catch it. His starting position is good. He's nice and positive, but it looked catchable. Absolutely no idea why he's getting his fist through that. It just keeps the Villa attack alive.
Mings got there. Kalinic, who's a big lad. He was the tallest player at the World Cup, but he's very, very good with his feet. McGinn. And Villa will get a free kick for a foul on the brother of a former Sheffield United player, Stephen McGinn. Represented the Blades.
Yeah, he's such a dangerous player playing in that. The tip of the triangle, central midfield for Aston Villa. So when he's in possession, we're going to see Norwood and Fleck get very close to him. They know the danger his left foot can cause.
It's been a hit, John McGinn. I don't think there's any question about that. Good character too. This is Mings. His use of the ball, something that Dean Smith really admires, and for once that's not a curse. Hutton. Abraham. McGinn showing for it. Here he is. Well, there's certainly a suggestion by some of a push by Baldock on El Ghazi there. That's Fleck. Away by Basham. Put in by Mings. There's Baldock. Medine through to Dowell. Well, any surprise is that Ender Stevens has only got there now. But he did get there. Comes off Horahan. That's Alan Hutton. O'Connell. Fleck. And O'Connell's going to get there. And deliver. Mings to meet. Fleck to retrieve. Norwood. Drifts it here to Baldock. It's a cue for Basham to go to give him an option outside, which he may use by not using. Sharp. Now Basham. And there's Elphick.
Oh, that's quite brilliant build-up play, great understanding between the three Sheffield United players, everybody on the same wavelength.
His header, Mings has to meet. Basham. Well, he hasn't quite secured it. El Ghazi away, but Fleck. Villa can't get out. Dowell, Sharp, Dowell, Sharp. And Medine's offside. the attractiveness of the football they can play. A couple of spells there. So Villa have some of the best recovery powers in the division, looking to pry an opening. Away by O'Connell. Kodja. Horahan, first time. Well, he's been telling his players to relax. And, well, if they can see this through, that is where they will be ahead of yet another busy championship weekend. Norwich not in action till Sunday, incidentally. Leeds in action early tomorrow at Middlesbrough. A 1 o'clock kickoff. Could be a lot of changes this weekend. Basham is going to get a booking.
Well, the ball just seems to get away from John McGinn. It's a slightly heavy touch that tempts in Basham. He seems to me to be trying to play the ball, but he just completely mistimes it. It is a late challenge, but you can see it's not high, it's not over the top of the ball. He's trying to play the ball, he's just beaten to it by the pace of McGinn.
Costly one. A very costly one, given what is to come in midweek. And Reading, of course, very much in a fight at the bottom. So El Ghazi and Conor Horahan over this one. Jedinak in there. And Henderson takes charge of it.
Well, that's what defenders love, when goalkeepers come and take control of the situation. Looks like he's inadvertently injured his own man, but he did the right thing, Henderson.
Yeah, it can occasionally come at a cost when bodies moving at pace collide.
And all keepers can do is just concentrate on the ball. That's all he's doing, Henderson. He definitely catches his own man.
Yeah, there's a bit of contact from Jedinak as well. Well, interested spectators from West Bromwich Albion there. Darren Moore, centre of the picture. Luke Dowling as well alongside him. On the left there, West Brom taking on Nottingham Forest on Tuesday. And a former club for Dean Smith and Aston Villa on Wednesday, 7 o'clock, Sky Sports Football. A little added juice, I suppose, tonight. He's former Sheffield Wednesday player, of course, Dean Smith. Lest we forget.
Just like a commentating elephant, you never forget, do you?
I'm sure I won't use the word lest in commentary again anytime soon. Mings. Tommy Elphick. Hutton with Stevens in front of him. Well, the one big hope for Villa, it's not the only hope, but they have a very good record in terms of coming from behind. 3 wins this season, a total of 17 points taken. The points tally is something only Leeds and Norwich can better. So they're in pretty good company. A Dow foul, free kick Villa.
I think recovering against other championship sides is one thing. Recovering against this Sheffield United side with real appetite for the battle is another.
Moving ball, Rules are rules. Arahan. Taylor. Kodja. Over there with El Ghazi. Break, will it for Kodja? This is Horahan. Kodja to unleash. Fleck was in the way. Elphick. 2 added minutes at the end of this first half, at least. Jedinak. It's not quite been as personally eventful for him as the last time he came together with Sheffield United. He delivers the cross here. Oh, and Egan's able to get on the end of it, and Norwood able to hook it away. Played back in there by Basham.
Oh, Basham made an absolute hash of it at the far post, but John Egan, how alive was he? And the ball came back across, he was first to it. There's Miller Jedinak changing the picture on this right-hand side. It's a really good ball in. Not sure what Basham is trying to do. He's trying to help it on out of play. Gets it all wrong. Great positioning and good leap from Egan to get to that ball first. Had to.
The overlapping centre-back put in trouble by an overlapping holding midfielder. It's Hutton. And, certainly overcooked by a long, long way, to the point that it had been reduced to cinders.
Yeah, but it is more of a contest now. Aston Villa at least have a foothold in the game. They're not looking that dangerous, but after 10-15 minutes it was all Sheffield United. The last half an hour has been a better game for Villa.
Dean appealing again. And this time his ire is directed towards the assistant referee, and appropriate apologies to any lip readers anywhere. Sean Hudson, the assistant, or rather Timothy Wood, not Gary Medin's favourite person at the moment. Halfway there, Sheffield United heading back to the top of the table, courtesy of the typically predatory instincts of their master frontman Billy Sharp. His 99th goal for the club, his 21st for the season, 20th in the Championship this season. He's out in front in that respect as well. At the break, it is Aston Villa 0, Sheffield United 1. Thank you, Scott. Intriguingly poised. Aston Villa certainly improving as the game has gone on, but we will see whether the improvement will continue and will be sufficient. So they attack the whole 10 goal in the second half, as tradition dictates. Horahan in there early. Good communication. It's Tommy Elphick. Jedinak, Sharp. Ghazi. Back as you were, Villa, with El Ghazi on that right flank, as they were from the start. That's Tyrone Mings. A bit of looseness. Ham will give chase here, but wasn't worth it in the end. Medin. Hutton. Now here's Neil Taylor. To Kodja. John McGinn. Taylor. Kodja. Arahan. Well, Ghazi was just showing for it. He'll be found here, but he'll be robbed too. And Kieran Dowell can bring it away for Sheffield United. Although not without a hot pursuit from the winger he'd earlier robbed.
Nice good reactions from El Ghazi. Gave the ball away, did the right thing, got his head down, got back, and the ball back for his team. But a decent first couple of minutes from Aston Villa. They're getting the foot on the ball, playing across the face of Sheffield United quite a lot here. That'll suit the away team. Just when they get the wide players into the game, get decent crosses into the box. Didn't see that at all really in the first half.
That's Basham's. Singled out for a little attention. John McGinn. Kodja. Uses his chest very well. Try and combine with Abraham. O'Connell was swift in thought and deed. This is Abraham. Down frustratingly. Again, fouling fleck, but advantage played here. Sheffield United looking to take advantage with Medine.
Oh, that's a great piece of refereeing. Let's give him a pat on the back to let the game flow. Sheffield United had the ball, and the counter-attack was on.
Here's McGinn. El Ghazi. Able across. Basham away. Abraham not really given a sniff there.
That's more like if Aston Villa get El Ghazi isolated against Ender Stevens. Good ball in.
Kodja. A little bit of devilment in these kind of situations. Arahan. They're looking in the right sort of mood here, Villa. Jedinak. Hutton. El Ghazi, Jedinak. That's Norwood, up to Medine. Jedinak. Good steal from him, and a free kick too. Norwood's challenge. Again moving ball. Villa clearly want to get on with it. Arahan. Kodja. Hutton over on that far side. El Ghazi. Here is Hutton now. El Ghazi. McGinn's in there. Egan got in the way. Now Jedinak. Hutton. Seeking out Abraham, but O'Connell able to sweep up there for Sheffield United and maybe release Sharp on the counter. It's a lone furrow he's ploughing at the moment. Dowell. Medine stayed onside. Here's Baldock. Basham's arriving. Baldock across Medine. Vital challenge by Tommy Elphick. Well, it's certainly been lively enough. Well, Dean Smith will hope that will resemble the pattern.
Well, Dean Smith, clearly what he said at half-time is working. His team have forced the issue. They've got on the ball. They've forced Sheffield United back. Getting some decent crosses into the box as well. El Ghazi has played a prominent role. As we know, Aston Villa were able to turn things around.
That's Baldock's cross. And the other wing-back Ender Stevens will retrieve it here for Sheffield United. And he's got Fleck in support. And now Norwood. Stolen too easily, really, by McGinn. On down goes Kodja. Only Abraham up with him at the moment. The referee, a picture of disinterest. Fleck. Away from two. Dowell was fouled. Advantage played by the referee. Baldock. Sharps drifting in. Dowell. He'll unleash it. Oh, it's a venomous strike. Medine! Oh, and Sharp is there! 100% played! Celebrating 100 goals for Sheffield United. Kalinic beaten, and the #1 goal scorer may have ensured the club he loves is the #1 team in the Championship.
Well, just like his first goal, he's just too alive to a breaking ball. Villa, we can see what they're saying, that the keeper, has he got the ball in his hands and Billy Sharp knocks it out. Well, the goal has been given. I just think when the initial shot comes in from Kieran Dowell, could Kalinic do better with it? Seems to see it all the way. He just really keeps it alive. There's a question mark over whether Billy Sharp is actually offside when that first shot comes in. Does he have it in his hands? Well, he's not in complete control of the ball, the goalkeeper. So Billy Sharp just follows it in. Well, I don't know, there is an argument. The more you see of that, it looks like the keeper actually has got 2 palms on it. Has it under control, no wonder Villa aren't happy. To me, that goal shouldn't stand.
Got to question it on 2 counts. As Dean Smith is. Alright, coming in. Well, what a blow to Aston Villa. In there by Taylor. Away by Egan. Horahan. Leaving it. Sharp. Once wasn't on the same wavelength. This is Kodja. Well, it's a role reversal in this fixture last season. Sheffield United came from 2 down to salvage a point. That's the task in front of the home side. Jedinak. McGinn. Horahan. Oh. Well, they were already outraged by the manner of the second goal, and their frustration really came to the fore there from the stands. From his point of view, a real injustice. But he doesn't mind, and he's reached a mighty milestone.
Well, Aston Villa made a decent start to the second half, but this is a huge talking point. Does Kalinic have this under control? Looks to me as if he has. And Billy Sharp actually kicks it out of his hands. And Sharp will say he's got every right to touch that ball over the line. Villa will say the keeper's got hold of the ball. Happens in a split second. So hard for the officials to get this right. They can't guess. If they feel that Sharp has got there first, they've got to give the goal.
Well, he has certainly not, but Sheffield United have clearly benefited from the doubt in officials' minds. But there can't really be any debate. Here's Hutton. Fleck intervening. An all Glasgow battle. Norwood. talk about the manner of the finish, you can also talk potentially about whether he's interfering with an opponent by being in the eye line of a goalkeeper in that moment. It's an argument goalkeepers will certainly make, whether it holds the merit. He didn't take it with him when he went, but all right. Well, he's got a left foot that's capable of very, very good things indeed. And from Villa's point of view, now is very much the time for it to do so. McGinn coming in. Egan in the way. Arahan. Away by Ender Stevens. Now it's Taylor. Arahan. It's Chris Basher. Sharp. He's on a hat-trick now, he shouldn't forget. Calling card, which he's done well perhaps to avoid a yellow card. I don't think he's going to, actually.
Well, he has to be, but for it's pure frustration from Alan Hutton, but he just takes out Jack O'Connell, completely unnecessary. But it's just how Villa are feeling. That is wild, it's reckless, absolutely, very least it's a yellow.
Naughty, naughty, very naughty. Well, a raging controversy.
There's the big talking point in this second half on two counts, really, from an Aston Villa point of view. Is he offside when that first shot comes in? He certainly looks like it to me. He's in the eye line of the goalkeeper. Kalinic doesn't cover himself in glory, but it looks to me as if he's got the ball in his hands. And Sharp actually kicks the ball out. And it's so difficult for the officials to get this right, but you can see Billy Sharp's actually looking to get a touch on that shot, so he has to be flagged there. So that would stop any debate. But the more you look at that, it looks like the keeper's collected it, and Sharp's knocked it out of his palms.
Well, he did his job, Billy Sharp. He did what he needed to do and asked the question later. Medine, Fleck. It's a massive turning point in the game. Villa very much in the ascendancy. Fleck, Stevens, Norwood. It's O'Connell. Basham marauding. George Baldock. Jedinak, Kodja. Fleck. Norwood. Holding off Horahan, but that's Tyrone Mings. Here's Dowell. Oh, got a nick, it's in! It's him again! A hat-trick for Billy Sharp, and there is absolutely no doubt now. The familiar smile. The Predator pounces.
Oh, there's fabulous movement off the ball here from Kieran Dowell. See, Jedinak is up against him, doesn't track him. Mings doesn't go across, so there's acres of space for Dowell to get into. It's all about quality, about composure, picking out the right ball. But just look at Billy Sharp at the far post. How many times he gets away from defenders. He actually shoves Alan Hutton underneath the ball and then just steps out himself. And once again, right place, right time. Just has a quick check to make sure the offside flag hasn't gone up. And Billy Sharp has just taken this game right away from Aston Villa.
Oh, the phenomenon goes on. And way out in front, personally now, in the race for the top goal scorer title. The first hat-trick by a Sheffield United player in this fixture since 1960 by another brilliantly named striker, Derek Pace, who also played for Aston Villa and scored Villa's last hat-trick in this fixture. Known as the Doc, because he did his national service in the medical corps.
Well, that goal is a great example of how Sheffield United punish defensive errors. Jedinak doesn't stay with Dowell, Mings doesn't get across, so there's space there. And they just exploit that space with a really dangerous ball in, and Billy Sharp does what he does so well. He doesn't attach himself to centre-halves or full-backs, he just steps away from them. So many of his goals are tap-ins.
Well, Villa have responded to this situation by plotting a double change. Mings. Put in by Basham. Dowell, they've still got the hunger. Maybe Dowell again. Alfik did enough. Mings. Morahan. Febrile atmosphere now around the stadium. That's John Fleck. So a double change here for Aston Villa. In the foreground there, Andre Green, the very familiar face of Glenn Whelan. Jonathan Codger's races run, his first start since New Year's Day. Andre Green back from a pretty good loan spell at Portsmouth, and also back from a hamstring injury subsequently. Mile Jedinak replaced by Glenn Whelan, the man he ousted from the starting lineup this evening. El Ghazi. Nice caught. Hutton. Whelan. Hutton's cross. Stevens' block. Mings, Taylor, Green, Norwood to Medine. Whelan, El Ghazi. Now Hutton. Abraham battling, but Basham winning it. Billy Sharp. Whelan. Elphick. Hutton. Abraham. McGinn. El Ghazi. McGinn. That's too much of Hutton. Change on its way for Sheffield United, and this is the kind of change that Chris Wilder can make these days. David McGoldrick, who's having a very fine season indeed for Sheffield United, rested, if you like, this evening. And Gary Medine getting another opportunity from the start. Appreciative hand for the former Wednesday man.
Yeah, Gary Medina certainly put himself about a bit, a different type of striker than Sharp, and McGoldrick been really physical tonight. David McGoldrick coming on, he combines so well with Billy Sharp. This could spell even more trouble for Aston Villa. This is not a conservative substitution by any means. A devastating attacking duo.
So, more attacking threat ready to cause problems for Aston Villa.
I see Billy Sharp's work off the ball there. He's scored a hat-trick. Looks like he's put the game to bed, but he's tearing round, denying Villa the opportunity to knock that ball into midfield. He works defenders. There he is, off again, working defenders hard.
Taylor. Fleck and McGinn together, and Fleck's been left on the deck. This is McGinn driving through, and Stevens just outside the penalty area, conceding the foul.
Well, the ball is on McGinn's right-hand side. He wants it to be on his left so he can get a shot in. Actually, Ender Stevens is coming across and seems to make the challenge with his wrong foot here, his left foot. Is there an awful lot of contact? Goes to ground very easily, McGinn. Is he actually caught? It's maybe a brush, nothing more.
I think he agrees.
I think it looked for all the world like a free kick. I'm not actually sure that it was.
I'm talking of a player who likes it to fall on his left side. Will be Horan, strike, and it certainly worried Henderson, who, as you may have gathered, has become a real favourite with the Sheffield United supporters.
It's one of those free kicks where you fire it at the goalkeeper and hope that he takes a step behind his wall.
Green. Dowell. Into McGinn. McGinn does well. Abraham. That is a foul by Egan, and it is going to be a booking as well.
Well, Abraham's is just too fast here. Manipulates the ball too quickly past his man. It's late, it's clumsy, absolutely, it's a booking.
His yellow not as costly as Chris Basham, and it looks like it's going to be a victory by a pretty emphatic scoreline, or it certainly is as it stands, but not without cost. Away by O'Connell. This is Whelan. Taylor. Over the head of Tyrone Mings. He's not been especially busy this evening.
It's a good Thunderous strike from Conor Horan. Normally left foot from there, maybe whips it over the wall, tries to beat the keeper to his left hand, but he goes at the goalkeeper, as I say, hoping that Henderson just hedges his bets and steps behind his wall. Keeper does the right thing in hoping the wall does its job, he does his job, he's in the position to make the save, and he does.
No fateful step, which you often see.
Smells trouble, it will be yellow. Well, the referee's being consistent. There's been quite a few of these late challenges, and he's booked every player every time it's happened. He's getting there late, just that right leg comes through. Ollie Norwood knows what he's doing, Whelan.
So yellow card for Whelan. The end of Kieran Dowell's night. It's the beginning of Martin Craney's, and you have to imagine that there will be a rejig here. It's fair to say that I haven't seen Martin Craney play as a number 10. You'd imagine Chris Basham will move further forward into a midfield role, because he's a man of many parts, for which Chris Wilder is grateful. You were talking about the dance floor a little earlier. Basham's nickname is Bash the Geordie Dancer. Bit of a mouthful.
That's the longest nickname I've ever heard.
Norwood. Sharp and Elphick. Should we say playful? Tommy Elphick doesn't seem overly concerned. El Ghazi. Away by Whelan. Morahan beaten to it by Martin Craney. Basham. Oliver Norwood for Sheffield United. Well, they've got quite challenging midweek, so this is... if they can see it through without major mishap here. The challenge against Middlesbrough at Bramall Lane on Wednesday night. Played concurrently with Aston Villa's visit to Brentford. This is David McGoldrick. Sharp to turn it on. McGoldrick, Sharp keen to get in there for more. Well, talk about options and picking the wrong one.
Oh, it's selfish from David McGoldrick, that link-up play. We've seen so much this season between Sharp and McGoldrick. He's certainly onside. He's got three teammates to pick out. He's done all the hard work, just whip that ball in. And Baldock's probably his best pick out the far post.
Well, Conor Horan with his hand up in apology there, because he's just produced a rather loose pass. It sums up where Aston Villa are at right now, but they can quite rightly point to a controversial turning point. They'd started this second half very well. Oh, to Sharp. Can he inflict more damage? Whelan. Hutton. El Ghazi. Hutton. That's O'Connell. Well, they've run a relatively tight ship defensively recently. No clean sheets in 7 matches in all competitions, 6 in the league. Sheffield United certainly hoping to build on that in the final quarter, an hour or so, to ensure it is pretty much the perfect night. Abraham. To get there again, but smashed away by Ender Stevens. That's Tyrone Mings. Lord. Basham. Well, he'll have an interest for more than one reason in offering early on Sunday for you, his former club, who will be trying to call in a favour or two, facing potential championship leaders in Norwich City. It's also a return to Carrow Road for Paul Lambert. Tottenham against Leicester in the Premier League, Sky Sports Premier League as well. And the current Premier League leaders, whether they will be by the time that happens, remains to be seen, against Chelsea, 3:30 Sky Sports Premier League. And it's that kind of company that Chris Wilder is keen to be keeping. Hutton, McGinn. Whelan. Elphick made it his. Now Taylor for Aston Villa. Looking to slide Green in, and they've done well here.
Well, that really sums up Villa's night when they have got into decent positions. There's been a distinct lack of quality.
But for them, well, just what they would have wished for. The leaders change hands again for the 3rd time in 6 days, but it could change hands another couple of times this weekend. I said at the beginning, all aboard the Aston Villa roller coaster. Well, the Championship has certainly become a bit of a big dipper this season. Well, what's new?
Yeah, but what coaches will do and what Chris Wilder will do is take out the scoreline, look at the actual performance. And it's been brilliant from Sheffield United, it really has. There hasn't really been a weakness individually, collectively. They have been so strong.
You've definitely benefited from a slice of luck that you get at certain points during the season, and it has to be said, you also get against you. You take it when it's there, and if Billy Sharp hadn't asked the question in the first place, then they wouldn't have got the answer they wanted. Oh, and Henderson was lost, it's in! Tyrone Mings with his first goal for Aston Villa, the faintest glimmer of hope.
Well, Dean Henderson has to be more dominant than this. He should be getting his fist on this ball. This is a really soft goal to give away. There's no one really blocking his route. He just doesn't get off the ground. He's just not strong enough. You know, Mings gets goal side of Basham. That isn't good enough, but the goalkeeper, that is really poor. It's the first maybe individual error we've seen from Sheffield United tonight. Goalkeeper should be punching that clear.
A little blot on the landscape. And I say, first goal for Aston Villa, first goal in 4 years. Last was for Ipswich Town against Birmingham City. He's had such a terrible run with injuries, didn't really get a fair win behind him in his time at Bournemouth, which is continuing on loan, of course. Taylor in towards Abraham. McGinn! Oh, the window opened.
Well, he'll be really disappointed with his wand of a left foot. It's a difficult chance for most players, but not for McGinn. Has a good look at it. It's most unlike him. Normally such a sweet strike with the ball. Up in support of Tammy Abraham, is in a great position. Should be hitting the target from there.
Well below his standards.
It just shows you what can happen. You give away a cheap goal, another opportunity comes along pretty quickly. If McGinn had drilled that one home, it would have been game on.
Sharp. Oh. Well, McGoldrick's offside, but lovely bit of play by Sharp again. Egan, Norwood. Oh, good steal by McGinn. El Ghazi over Greenshead. Baldock just to batter it away downfield. A shot going to ground. Doesn't appear to be a lot of contact from Mings. Taylor. Hutton. Whelan. Horan is alongside him, but he'll to Neil Taylor, who had to check. Tommy Elphick. Hutton. Free kick against Stevens. And now it is the curtain call for the star of the show, as he so often is. Billy Sharp, hat-trick hero.
Yeah, the second goal is debatable, but all his goals tonight are about his predatory instincts, how alive he is to goal-scoring opportunities. This is the debatable one. I feel this shouldn't have been allowed, but he asked the question by getting there first, and Dowell does well to win this ball in, but Sharp, as he does so well, getting away from defenders and touching the ball home so easily.
Second hat-trick of the season, a man hugely appreciated. He is one of them, a Sheffield United supporter, living the dreams of thousands. Connor Washington, his replacement. Morahan's ball in, and Elphick completely free at the back post. Whelan. Actually, back post, it's in by Elphick. Oh, and it's in! Well, Tommy Abraham gets in on the act. Dean Henderson may well have to look at himself again, but real hope for Aston Villa.
Well, I'm not sure who Dean Henderson is looking to blame for this. But once again, he should be dealing with it pretty easily. He should be holding on to this. They just keep it alive, Aston Villa. Certainly onside there as the ball is played wide. Elphick drills it in. He sees it all the way there, Dean Henderson. He's just putting it on a plate to be touched home. You've got to be doing better than this. That's two goalkeeping errors that have given Villa real hope here. 3-0 down. It is game on now.
He must be wondering what on earth is going on here. And the roars around Villa Park being echoed in the cities of Leeds and Norwich at this moment. And Abraham, by the way, a little milestone in Aston Villa history, in which more in a moment. This is Hutton. Horahan. Hutton again. El Ghazi. In she goes. Washington hoping to get away. Taylor's challenge at Baldock still for Sheffield United. They've got plenty of numbers back here, Villa.
Well, Chris Wilder will be going crackters because his team generally have played so well. You can't legislate for goalkeeping errors.
Tony Harrington with a yellow card here for George Baldock.
They seem to go jumping into the challenge. The whistle went very quickly. Yeah, it's reckless, it is dangerous. He's rightly booked for that.
O'Connell rises. McGinn helps it on, El Ghazi. Corner to Aston Villa. The Holt End hopeful.
Well, this is where Villa have to put pressure on Dean Henderson. Already scored from one corner. Got to whip it right in on top of him and test his mettle.
Oh, there's all sorts going on in there. Mings going to ground. Here's John Fleck. Washington, all on his own. Abraham gets it back. Oh, too strong, too strong. Well, there was plenty for the referee to try and keep his eyes on, but was Chris Basham involved in something questionable here?
Oh, it's all going off, and Tyrone Mings is pulled down. He's grabbed the shirt there, Basham. The referee looks to have a decent view of it. He's actually looking at the ball, not looking at the incident. If he sees it, he has to give the penalty.
Well, running an almighty risk there, Basham.
Well, it's a foul, it's a penalty, simple as that. His man's got goal side of him. That's what happened when Mings actually scored. So he's got caught out again. Instinctively, sometimes you grab a shirt, it should be a penalty.
Well, you have to wonder how on earth Sheffield United are in a position where they're hanging on. Well, we know how. At moments the goalkeeper will want to forget. But it's come from absolutely nowhere. This is Green. Horan. In she goes, and in she goes beautifully. Very important piece of defending there by Ender Stevens.
And that's what you call getting round on the cover to good effect. There ahead of McGinn. It's a vital headed clearance.
Taylor. And a bit of relief, but there won't be when they see this. Bounced into Green's arm. Mings, Taylor, Washington closing down. He's got fresh legs, but his legs always cover plenty of ground.
Well, this game has really been turned around in, what, under 5 minutes. Dean Henderson, the Sheffield United goalkeeper, making 2 mistakes. A gift of goals, really. And that's why Villa have a chance of getting the most unlikely point here.
Here's McGoldrick, and there's Fleck. Now they might need some insurance, Sheffield United. To the corner they go. Fleck inside to Baldock. Wheeler. There's O'Connell, but Hutton hoping to pick up possession. Spin beaten, but it will be a Villa throw. Whelan. Horan. Time to deliver. Oh, now then. McGinn is suggesting that Stevens handled it, I think. Was there something worth an appeal here?
Well, clearly McGinn's saying that he was held, and it looks like it because he's got wrong side of Enda Stevens. Did he put an arm on his shoulder? Did he push him down? And he's grabbed his shirt as well. I saw that earlier with Basham, he got away with it. Stevens has got away with one as well.
The tugging gesture was clear from McGinn. He initially pointed to his arm. Horahan. Green. Price of time, but nerves jangling everywhere. Nail biter at Villa Park. Remember, there's been a fair bit of late drama here this season. I think of crucial moments late on against Preston, Leeds, others as well. Back by Mings. Horahan. Well, at least 90 seconds to go. More belief about Aston Villa now. Oh, O'Connell's mistake. McGinn. Green! They've thrown it away! Another error! And they pay the heaviest price! What a scene at Villa Park!
Well, at 3-0, this never looked like happening, but mistake after mistake after mistake from Sheffield United have cost them dearly. Jack O'Connell, what on earth is he trying to do here? Makes a complete mess of it. It's a brilliant ball in from McGinn. He doesn't whip it in, he lifts it to that far post. He takes out, what, 3 Sheffield United defenders, then it's one-on-one at the far post, and it's a towering header from Andre Green. The super sub levels things up. Quite extraordinary. In the Championship, nothing is done and dusted. Even at 3-0, the game is not over. What resilience from Aston Villa.
Where on earth did this come from? Well, some home truths being delivered. Well, they won't need telling. They have somehow let the most comfortable of leads evaporate.
You get the feeling that Marcelo Bielsa, Daniel Farke will be off their seats in the living rooms. Extraordinary game.
The leadership of the Championship was theirs for the taking, and they have snatched despair really from the jaws of victory. Andre Green, the last-minute hero. Tammy Abraham offering some consolation to Dean Henderson, but there will be precious little for him. The goalkeeper has been so dependable, with 2 awful moments for him. And they open the door, and for all his heroism, this will feel like a major defeat. Never mind a draw.
Well, Billy Sharp's face says it all. Complete bewilderment. They just made one error after another. They gifted Aston Villa the opportunity to get back in the game. The most important thing with Villa, they took them. When those chances came along, they took their chances. But for most of the game, they were outplayed, but they still picked up at a most unlikely point.
Well, hat-trick, and he doesn't end on the winning side. Extraordinary. And for once, for Aston Villa, well, the draw will feel pretty good. They've now had more than anybody in league football. 2 errors from Henderson, Tyrone Mings pouncing for 1, Tammy Abraham pouncing for 2, his 20th league goal of the season, which incidentally means he's the first Villa man since Peter Withe in the title season of 80-81 to do that. And Andre Green, the toast of this part of the city. Extraordinary drama again in the Championship. And Leeds United and Norwich City looking on, grateful indeed to what Villa have managed to produce and what Sheffield United have contrived to produce in the latter stages here.